Welcome everyone to Flow 45 Minutes. I'm Pete. This is Lou. She's practicing with us. We got Dee and Barb down the back there. I don't know if you heard when Dee came in, she moaned when she got to the mat. You did, see? So my class tonight's all about being present, and I was that present I heard her moan. Usually it's me. So yes, it is Pick on D Day. She made us do a 3-minute plank before, if you weren't in the class before. So anyway, let's get straight into it, huh? Child's pose. Knees wide, big toes touched. And just come straight into your breath. In through the nose and out through the nose. Switching on bandhas. So pelvic floor lifts, our mula bandha, uddiyana, pit of the belly, drawing in, and then lifting up towards your chest. So as I did start with, I'm going to talk about being present, which is something I've been struggling with massively. First to admit it, even though it was brought to my attention by my wife. But yeah, I guess in these times it's just, I've been feeling a little bit stuck, a little bit stressed, not knowing what's happening, probably a little bit like everyone. And I've lost that touch of actually being present. I'm just being stuck in my head and not hearing things and all those types of wonderful things. So when I was preparing for class today, I found a quote that really hit home. So I'm just going to read this out before we get started. So if we miss the moment, we miss the clues. In the present, when we allow ourselves to be fully, we live there. We're restored. We're made wiser, made deeper, and we're a lot happier. And for that, for me, it was what we miss out on. And it's the little things. So take this practice and really engage yourself to be present. Take 3 more breaths here. So try and experience every single moment, every single second, every single movement. For whatever it is, good or bad. Just allow it to happen. Last breath. And then come up slowly and take some cat-cow, so just coming up onto all fours. As you inhale, we drop the belly and the gaze goes up, but close your eyes. Then we curl the spine, head drops, tucking the chin. Yeah, feel the movement through the body, experience it. Really focus on it. And connect that movement with your breath. And maybe a little breath retention, holding it just for a couple of seconds is always nice, and I find that really effective to actually put me in that moment. Just that little pause to reflect. We'll take 3 more. So 3 more inhales and 3 more exhales. So what are you missing out on? What are the things that we've just let fly by? When you've done your last one, make your way into your downward facing dog. So really plug in. Sit bones nice and high. Walk it out so we get that length through the hamstrings. Plug the hands in the mat. Core still on. And Drishti back in the mat, or maybe close your eyes. And then just coming into some stillness. Being really mindful here in your downward facing dog. Every single moment. Not missing any of the clues. Take 1 more full deep breath in. Empty it all the way out. Yeah, then walk forward to the front of the mat and take your ragdoll. So feet hip width apart, bend knees, or wider if you like. Let the head drop, Let it be nice and heavy. Eyes closed. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Last breath. Release the hands to the mat. Come into a halfway lift. So use the inhale, long spine, draw the shoulder blades together. Fold, exhale. Take 1 more. Halfway lift, draw the breath in. Fold, exhale. Then Tadasana, just slow. Bend for the knees, use the core as we reach up towards the sky. Hands come together and then we fold back down to the earth. Exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. And then just walk your feet back in your downward facing dog. Exhale the breath out. Take a full breath in. Empty it all the way out. And then take your right leg up to the sky. Inhale, bend, and then just open up through the hip. Awesome. Plugging in, hands, left heel pushing down. Core still on. Fill up again, see if you can open up a little bit more. 1 more full breath in. And then bring that foot through to the front of the mat. We'll take it into a low lunge. So if you need to modify, you can drop that left knee. And then we'll just take a twist. So right hand, reach it up. Pushing the left hand into the mat. Bending through that right knee. Gaze past the hand. Stay for 1 more breath. And then step forward and fold as you exhale. Halfway lift in. Fold on the out. Tadasana, use a breath, just 1 this time. Inhale, reach. Then Uttadasana, fold, empty out. Halfway lift, inhale. This time coming in your high push-up. So just walk it back to start with. Find the length. Heels push back, head draws forward. Fingers nice and wide, plug it in. Take a full breath in, shift forward. All the way down to the mat. Elbows tight to the ribs. Take 2 cobras. Use a breath. Inhale. Back to the mat, exhale. 1 more, fill up, draw the breath in, and then take it back into your downward facing dog, hips nice and high. Breath in, empty it out. Left leg, take it up, bend, and again, open up through the hip. Core still on, breathe. Fill up, open up a little bit more and stay. 1 more breath. And then bring it through low lunge, left side. And then left hand comes up for that twist. You need to modify right knee down. Awesome, draw the breath in. Stay. 1 more breath. And then step forward and fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold on the out. Back through Tadasana. Inhale, reach. And empty back to the mat. Halfway lift, inhale, high push up, exhale, Dandasana, take a breath in, shift forward, down to the mat. Take 2 cobras again, draw the breath in, maybe a little bit higher, maybe a different variation with the hands. Back to the mat, coming up again on the in, downward facing dog out. Take a full breath in, empty all the way out, and let's flow. So right leg, take it up to the sky, inhale, be in the moment. Bring it through. Experience every movement. Take the twist. Inhale, reach. Step forward. Everything switched on. Halfway lift. In. Fold on the out. Standing Tadasana. Inhale. Uttadasana. Exhale. Halfway lift in. Maybe a little float back to high this time. Breath in. Down to low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, exhale, take a full breath. Empty it out. Left leg this time, reach it up. Nice and high, bring it through, low lunge. Take your twist, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, in. And fold out. Stand, reach. Back to the mat, exhale. Halfway lift in, Dandasana out. Breath in, Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dogs, already. Downward facing dog, exhale. Stay for the breath. Empty it out. Right leg again, as high as you can, reach it all the way up. Bring it through, low lunge. Take your twist, open up. Forward fold, fold deeper this time. Halfway lift, in, and fold, out. Tadasana, reach as tall as you can. And back to the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Dandasana, exhale, breath in. Down to low, push the floor away, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, exhale, left leg straight up this time. Bring it back through. Open up with a twist. Forward fold deep. Halfway lift in. Fold out. Stand, inhale. Uttanasana, exhale. Halfway lift in. High push up, out. Step it back or float, breath in. Down we go. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, exhale. Take a full breath in. Empty it out. We've got one more. Right leg, take it up. Bring it through. Even though we're still going with the sauna, experience it. Step forward for what it is. Halfway lift. Fold. We've been here before, but it's a brand new experience. Inhale, reach. Being present, fold. Halfway lift in. Dandasana, out. Breath in. Low. Elbows tight. Up dog in. Down dog out. Left leg. Take it up. Bring it through. Twist. Inhale. Fold. Exhale. Long spine. In. And out. Standing. Inhale. Back to the mat. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. Dandasana. Exhale. Breath in. Low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Take 4 breaths. Just taking this moment to re-energize the body. You've got one more breath, so really fill up. Empty all the way out, and then walk, step or float to the front of the mat. Halfway lift again, inhale. Fold, exhale. Tadasana, inhale. Now Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale. Nice and deep. Sink the butt a little bit lower if you can. Long spine. The girls taught me that today. They say I bend too much. But anyway, let's go a little bit deeper. Now, right knee is going to come up into a stalk pose. Reach it up as high as you can on the inhale, and then find your aeroplane pose as you exhale. So take it back, use a whole exhale to get there. And then we stay. Drop in right hip. Now reach the hands back, rotate thumbs. Gaze just out in front, just in front of the mat. Awesome. One more breath here. Empty it all the way out. Crescent lunge inhale. So drop the right foot, bend through the left knee, reach the hands high. And then come into that depth. Really plug those feet in the mat, push them down. One more breath in, and then draw the hands to the heart on the exhale, and then lengthen through the spine on the inhale, and then we're going to revolve it to that right elbow, left knee. So in our flow, that whole movement in the revolve happens on an exhale. We'll just stay for the first one. So really try to stack the shoulders above shoulders. If you want to take a different variation, you can through the setup. Breathe. One more breath. Stay for the empty, then release, come back up into your crescent lunge. Inhale, reach all the way up, and then straight into your flow, Dandasana. Maybe that left leg stays high. And then down to low, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, exhale. Take a full breath in. Empty it out. Float back to the front. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Coming back up, inhale. Back into our chair pose. Exhale. Fill up. Send the chest forward, sink a little bit deeper. One more breath. Empty it out. This time left knee. Reach it up as high as you can, coming in that stalk. And then into detoxify, aeroplane. Exhale. Reaching back. Firing up every muscle. Drop the left hip. Strong in that right leg. One more breath in. Emptied all the way out. Crescent lunge. Inhale. Depth through that front knee. Stay for one more breath. Exhale, hands to heart. Lengthen on the in and then rotate. Palms together. Shoulders stacking. If you took a variation, match it, balance it. Stay for one more breath. Empty it all the way out. Release, come back up into your crescent lunge. Balance through those legs, reach all the way up. And then find your flow, coming straight down to the mat. Right leg back, maybe keep it high. Breath in high. Exhale to low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, exhale. So we're going to start to move with breath. So take a full breath in. Empty it all the way out. Maybe a little float in front of the mat. Halfway lift. Fold. Tadasana, inhale. Chair, use the whole exhale to come into it. Then stalk, right knee, reach it up in. Deitasana on the out. Crescent as you need to draw the breath in. And then hands through the heart, we take the twist on the exhale. Back to crescent, inhale. And flow, hands to mat, left leg back. Breath in high, down to low. Up dog in, down dog out. Take a breath. Empty it all the way out. Back to the front of the mat. Halfway lift. Forward. Stand. Inhale. Chair. Exhale. Left knee. Take it up. Fly into your Deitasana. Crescent lunge. Anjali-asana. Reach. Hands through the heart. Take the twist. Back to crescent. Inhale. Back for your flow. Be strong. Take a breath in high. Empty to low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Full breath. Let it out. Front of the mat. Halfway lift. Forward. Tadasana. Inhale. Maybe sink a little bit deeper. Exhale. Right knee. Take it up. Kick it back. Fly. Crescent. Reach up. And take your twist. Back to crescent. And back into your flow. Stay strong. Core on. Breath in. Down to low. Nice big upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Breath. Out. Front of the mat. Halfway lift. Fold. Stand. Reach. Sink. Left knee this time. Deitasana. Anjali-asana. Reach up. Now revolve it. Back to Anjali-asana. Dandasana. Breath in. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. One breath. Empty it out. Float back to the front. Halfway lift. Fold. Stand, reach. And sink. Chair. Right knee, take it up. Kick it back. Back to crescent. Inhale. And revolve. Back to crescent. Going to swap it up a little bit. So reach up. Warrior two. Open out and stay. So yeah, really plug that back foot in the mat, that knife edge. Knee tracking over the ankle. And let's all sink a little bit deeper. One more breath. Empty it out. Keep the front knee bent. Flip. Reverse. Big stretch. Stay. One more breath in. And then find your Trikonasana. So straighten that left leg. Reach the left hand all the way forward. Tuck the hip. Let the hand drop. Right hand to the sky. Yeah, then really try and flatten out through the body. So we need to really open up here. And just feel that moment. Feel what it's like. Every second of it. Two more breaths. Last breath. And then come down into a low lunge. Send the heart forward, inhale. And then we'll come into a pyramid pose. So start to straighten that left leg, drop the back heel. Head comes down the inside. Close the eyes. One more breath. Empty it out. And then just come forward again. It's like a little reset. So inhale. And then drop back into your pyramid pose again as you exhale. Breathe. On the empty, a little bit more depth if you can. One more breath in. Empty it out. Come forward again, inhale. And then step forward into your forward fold. Halfway lift in. Fold on the out. Tadasana. Inhale, reach. And then we're going to come straight into eagle pose. So your right arm wraps around the left. Palms come together. If you've got really tight shoulders, just opposite hand to opposite shoulder. And the right foot comes up and around. If you can hook it behind your ankle, do so if you've got that range. Otherwise you can just leave it hanging out at the side like mine. Elbows in line with the shoulders, then start to sink the hips. Focus. Awesome. Fill up again. See if you can sink a little bit deeper. One more breath in. Empty it out and slowly come back. Inhale, reach all the way up. Then fold yourself in half. You're going to come straight into gorilla from here. So take your feet in line with the hips or wider. Make sure you have that bend in the knees. Slide your hands underneath your feet. And if you like, you can take a little halfway lift. And then fold into it. Really deep here. Deeper than you've ever gone. Experience that moment in this fold. Three more breaths. Last breath. Vinyasa crow, so set it up. Fingers nice and wide, plug them into the mat. Knees coming towards the armpits or on the outside of the triceps. If you've got a different variation you're working with, by all means take it. And then the more we get the hips up, the more the feet become light, they just come up. Awesome, and we stay for 3. Beautiful. 2. And release, coming back into your downward facing dog. Any way you can get there. If you need to walk it out, walk it out. Let's take 2 breaths before we do all that on the other side. So energize the body. One more full breath. Empty it all the way out. Then walk, step or float back to the front. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold. Stand, inhale, reach. Last chair, sink it down nice and deep. Left knee, reach it up. Take it back into detoxify. Back through to crescent. Reach and revolve. Back to crescent. Inhale. Warrior 2. On the exhale. And stay. Gaze over the middle finger. Yeah, then go a little bit deeper. Pin of the belly in and up. One more breath in. Empty it out and flip. reverse, keep that right knee bent still, stay. One more full breath in, and transition into your Trikonasana triangle. So right leg goes straight, reach out, and then just bring it down all the way down. Wherever it lands is perfect for you. Left hand to the sky. If it's comfortable, take your gaze up there with it. One more breath. Come into your low lunge as you empty out. Send the chest forward, inhale, and then drop into your pyramid right side this time. Exhale, close the eyes. One more breath. Empty it out and then come into that reset again. Just come forward, inhale, and then drop back into it. Maybe a little bit deeper now. Breathe. Sink. One more breath. Empty it all the way out. Then come forward again, inhale, and then step forward, fold. Halfway lift, in, fold on the out. Tadasana, inhale, and eagle, left side this time. Set it up. You know your variation, you need to hug the shoulders. Then left leg up and around. And then slowly sink. Making sure you keep the elbows up. You tend to dump in the elbows, so keep them up in line with the shoulders. Fix your gaze. Experience the moment. One more breath. And release, inhale, reach all the way up. Fold back to the earth, exhale. This time we're going to pistol grip the big toes. So feet out wide. Remember the bend in the knees, halfway lift. And then release, fold. Elbows out wide, let the head drop. Two more breaths. Last breath. Release, Malasana, so a nice deep squat. Wherever your range is, hands through the heart. Yeah, I'm trying to keep the back straight, girls. Close the eyes. Not missing any clues, just being right here. One more breath. And release, forward fold. Tail your feet in, take a halfway lift inhale, and then walk it back in your downward facing dog as you exhale. Taking 2 deep breaths here. One more breath. Empty it all the way out, and then take your right leg up to the sky, bend, peel the hip open. If you've got flip dog, come into flip dog, otherwise just stay, especially if you've got injured shoulders. Reach, push the hips up, 3, awesome, 2, slowly come back, round into your downward facing dog, bring your feet together. We're going to come forward into our high plank. I'm going to set up for side plank. So right side first, so heels will drop to the right hand stays on the mat, left hand reaches to the sky. To modify, drop the right knee down to the mat. And you can take a variation here. We stay for 3, hips up even higher. For 2 and 1, come into your high push up. Take a breath in, and we go down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down by the side, cheek to mat, close your eyes. Now bring your chin back to the mat. We're going to set up ourselves for locust pose. So palms face down, so swap them over if they're facing up. Lift kneecaps, pit of the belly in, squeeze the shoulder blades together, head, shoulders come up. Fire up the lower back muscles and lift the arms. Now if it's comfortable in the lower back, lift the legs and we stay for 3. A little bit higher if you can, breathe. 2, 1, release. Coming straight into an upward facing dog, so hands down by the ribs, push the floor away, draw the breath in, downward facing dog, exhale just for a breath. Empty it out. Left leg this time, bend, open, flip if you flipped. Or just stay in that 3-legged dog. Yeah, 3, reach, hips high, 2, slowly control, back through, down your downward facing dog, feet together, shift forward, heels drop to the left this time, so left hand stays on the mat, right hand reaches up, hips as high as you can, maybe float the leg, any variation, 3, awesome, 2, back into that high push up, take a breath in, our last one, 5, down we go, 4, 3, 2, 1, cheek to the mat, close your eyes. One more breath. And then bring your chin back to the front of the mat. Now you can take locust or you can take bow pose. It's our last one here. So we're taking bow, reaching around, grabbing the feet or the ankles. Everything's still switched on. Same activations. Slowly come up. Breathe. In bow, the more you kick, the higher you'll come. 3. Awesome. Kick a little bit harder, a little bit higher. 2. Release. Any cheek, close the eyes. One more breath. Bring the chin back to the mat, taking your hands down, maybe a little bit further this time. Push the floor away, come to a nice big upward facing dog. Draw the breath in, send it into the chest. Then take it back to your downward facing dog. You're gonna set yourself up for half pigeon. So you can take the right leg up, you can open the hip. Otherwise just come straight into it to that right knee to the right wrist. Left leg nice and long. Fill the chest up with the breath. And then slowly releasing down to the mat. Close the eyes. And just taking that time here to just ponder on how present have you been. As I said before, I know I haven't been. And the work is here right on the mat. That's the beautiful thing about yoga. We dedicate our time to our practice. And it's that time we can be truly present, experiencing every single moment. And that's definitely the best teacher for me. And yeah, I've got to be reminded of it. But that's the work, huh? Nothing's just handed to us. We have to do the work ourselves, for ourselves. And it's hard, but it's worth it. You got 5 more breaths this side, so if you want to take any other variation, you can take it there now, or you can just stay. One more breath here. And then take your time, release out of it slowly to swap over to the other side. Then come back for your downward facing dog. You can open up through the hip. And then bringing that left knee down, the same wrist. Square the hips, take a breath. And then release all the way down to the mat. Closing the eyes. Your time, your moment. Embrace. restore. Five more breaths. So if you took a different variation, just slowly go into it now. Last breath. And release out of it slowly, coming onto the left hip, feet out in front. And then making your way down onto your backs for your inversion. So you can take shoulder stand supported, or if you're at a karate, or if you have headstand in your practice, you can go up into headstand. Take your time. Remembering to just be in that moment. Experiencing every single second here. Not missing out on anything. Shoulder stand, you're going to slowly take your way into plow. If you're at a karate, you can hug knees, or you can just leave your legs where they are. Coming through plow, keep the back supported until your feet touch the floor. One more breath here. And you transition into death hands. So bend the knees, taking them down towards the ears. One more breath. And then slowly use that core to release out of it. So the legs come down nice and long, setting yourselves up for fish Matsyasana. So yeah, hands underneath the butt, elbows close to the ribs, and then come up onto the elbows. Send the chest up and towards the back, and then allow the head to drop. Only if it's comfortable in your neck. Get the big stretch in the throat, and just breathe. One more breath. Release out of it, hug knees in the chest. Squeeze them in. And then from there, take your happy baby. Yeah, legs to the sky, bent knees. So we want to draw those knees down towards the armpits. We've got 3 more breaths here. Last breath. And then release the grip and just make your way into your supine twist. So feet to the floor, knees can be bent, or you can take any other variation with the legs. Arms nice and wide here. And then close the eyes. And keeping those eyes closed, just transition over to the other side. Last breath here. As you release into your Shavasana. Legs long. Palms facing up. Release. You're starting to bring some deeper breaths back into the body. Option to take some little small movements. And then meeting in that little ball on the right hand side, keeping your eyes closed. And take 3 breaths here. And then keeping the eyes closed, coming back to a seated position, whatever's comfortable. Hands to heart. And we'll close our practice off with the vibration of Om. So take your breath in. Thumbs to third eye, just between your eyebrows. And then we bow. So embrace every single moment. Be in every single second. And when we're in that place together, we are one. And together we say, Namaste. 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 Thank you everyone so much for joining us. Have a lovely evening. Thanks Lou for practicing. And we'll see you all again soon. Bye.